guys, Willow here. It's dehydrating onion day. I just slicing up the onions to get ready to get put on the dehydrator, and all I'm doing is just cutting them in half and putting them in some cold water. So hopefully it might not be such a traumatic experience. So I've already done one bowl, and hello, Bubbles has come down to help. You right there, Bub? Okay, so I have a double boiler. Here's the bottom part, and here's the part that goes in the middle. Now that actually has holes in it, and that's what I've got my onions in, so that make for easy dunking when I go to blanch it. And I already did one little bowl, and I thought, well, I should have actually got my little chopper out like what Mrs. Volfie's got. Ow! But I thought, nah, I'll just keep going as I am. So I'll get back to you when I fill up my bucket, the little container I've got here, and we'll blanch it just like Mrs. Volfie did with her onions. I've got just about a full pot there. I've just put my water on. So now I've got my water on. So I'll keep chopping. Well, that heats up. When that starts boiling, we'll come back, blanch those, and get that lot on the trays. The water's boiling. There's our onion. There it goes, Bubs. Make sure they're all covered. I think it was 3 minutes. Not sure if it was 3 or if it was 6. I'm going to have to double check with Mrs. Volfie, but we'll be back when they're done. Alrighty, so these have been cooling down. They've been draining for probably about half hour. On Mrs. Volfie's video, she brings her onions up to the boil. My water was already at the boil, so I sort of boiled them for about 6 minutes, and then just strained them. So we'll see how they turn out. So that one pot did 3 trays. I've tried not to clutter it up too much. We'll see how it goes. If it's too much for it, it's too much on the one tray, I'll just spread it out a bit more. While I get stuck onto my next pot, I'm going to turn these on and get these going, because I'm not even through the first bag yet, so I think I'm going to be doing onions for a couple of days. There's plenty of ventilation, and this is also shut off from the rest of the house, so I'm not going to freeze this while I'm trying to dehydrate. So we'll start her up. Stick it there. Switch her on. away we go. We'll come back when I've got the next tray ready. Okay, radio. You couldn't fit another piece of onion on there if you tried. There is the 10 kilo bag is empty. I've got 2 trays. I did have 3, but they've had a little bit of drying time, so I've been able to put them onto 2 trays now of sliced onions. I'll show you about how big they are. This is a bit better. They're a bit longer for things like pizza and stir fries. And all the rest, I caved and got my chopper out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trays of diced onions that I chopped just the same way as Mrs. Volfie did. If you have a look at Mrs. Volfie's video of dehydrating onions, and she'd have a better idea than what I would, because she's been doing it longer than me. So, put the lid on, come back in a few hours and check it out and see how we're going. See you later. Okie dokie. Now, this has been dehydrating for about, it was about 8 hours yesterday. And then I turned it off overnight. And I turned it on again this morning for about another 3 or 4 hours. Woo, look out! And it's very crunchy. But I have left it sit all day. When the sun came around, I took the front off and I've let it sort of just air dry by itself and just sit there all day, and it is lovely and crisp. So I'm hoping that's the sound I'm supposed to hear. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. Do you want a close up? Kind of feels like cornflakes. So if that's what I'm looking for, then this is done. There's me shredded lot. It's longer than... That's longer. And this is the one that's done in the chopper, like how Mrs. Volfie's done hers. Anyhow, let's get this into a jar. I'll be back. This is coming up pretty good. A lot easier than the sweet potato did. And this wasn't as difficult as the spring onions to keep in line. So I'm just going to keep at it and come back to you when I've got all my jar full. show you what it looks like. There we go, guys. All done. 9 trays of onions. I'd say there's probably about 8.5, 9 kilos of onions there, which is about 17 pounds. 17.5 pounds, I reckon. I still have another 10 kilo bag, so that's 22 point something pounds to go, but I have to go and get some bigger jars. These two, that one there, the little one here, and the bigger one, that's fine because they've actually got suction cap tops. It's the same jar that they keep coffee in. So if it's going to keep coffee dry and not clump, it'll keep my onion dry. This one I've kind of crushed up a bit and bashed. So at the bottom I've got powder and at the top I've kind of got minced onions. And these two are the cubed ones that I did like Mrs. Volfie did with her chopper. I'm going to leave the link to Mrs. Volfie's onion video in the description box down below so that you can check hers out as well. Thanks for watching. I'll come back with you later in another video with an update with the other bag of onions to show you how I've gone. Until then, thanks for watching. Happy prepping!